Today's lesson is a fuel consumption and prices. The types of fuel used to power vehicles include petrol, diesel, and liquefied petroleum gas. That's LPG, ethanol, and electricity. Petrol is the most common fuel, and most cars use unleaded petrol, ULP. Fuel consumption is a rate, so that means like a liter per kilometers at which car uses fuel and is usually measured in liter per 100 kilometers. For example, a large car may use 12.3 liter of fuel to travel 100 kilometers, whereas a small car may use only 5.8 liters. The small car has a better fuel consumption, obviously, and is more fuel efficient. The table shows the fuel consumption for some of Australia's best-selling cars. Let's have a look. Okay, now mine's a Toyota Yaris, the second last one. And the fuel consumption of vehicle depends on the several factors. You use more fuel for stop and start driving in traffic, okay? Driving on unsealed roads using a badly tuned engine and so on. Example 7, a Mini Cooper has an advertised fuel consumption of 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers. How much fuel to 2 decimal places does it use for a trip of 1,530 kilometers? Okay, so it's how much fuel. So we're talking about a liter, isn't it? The 2 decimal places we want, and it's traveling 1,530 kilometers. We need to think about the important part is this one, this information, isn't it? Okay, every 100 kilometers is spent 5.8 liters. So what's the best thing you can do on this one? 100 kilometers equals 5.8 liters. And you want to know 1,530 kilometers, how many liters? If we could find the 1 kilometers, how much fuel we're going to use for, we can find 1,530 kilometers. What do we call this method? Unitary method. You're making it into 1 unit, and then you're times by the unit that you want. So if I want to find a kilometer, how do we do it? From 100 kilometers to 1 kilometer.
Is it divide 100?
That's exactly what happened. So I will do the exactly same thing on this side because it's equation. We haven't complete the calculation, so don't put this 5.8 over 100 into calculator yet. Okay, now from 1 kilometer, we need to go on to 1,530 kilometers. So what happened from here to here then now?
Do you just times by 1,530?
Yes, times by 1,530. What do you get?
I got 88.74.
It's correct. It says here 5.8 liters being used every 100 kilometers, right? So if I can find how many 100 kilometers in a 1,530, which is a 15.3, and you just have to times by 5.8 liters, that would be 88.74 liters. Wouldn't that be quicker? So this is a unitary method. If we use a common sense, every 100 kilometers, you use 5.8 liters. So how much fuel do you use for 1,530 kilometers? You just divide it by 100 and times by 5.8, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, it works. Okay, next one. If fuel is $2.04 per liter, what is the fuel cost to the nearest dollar for this trip? $2.04 per liter. We had 88.74 liter. So for this trip, $2.04 times 88.74, because a 1 liter is $2.04, and there is a 88.74 liters. So you just have to times it. So it's going to be 181.0296, but it says to the nearest, so it'll be $181. See, how far? So that's kilometers. Okay. So fuel cost was the money, and the other one was how much fuel was a liter. So it depends. It gives you the clue what you need to look for. So how far to the nearest kilometers can the Mini travel on a full tank of 35 liters? 5.8 liter for every 100 kilometers. We can use Unitary Method. 5.8 liter equals 100 kilometers. And I want to know how far it can go with a 35 liter. So I will go 1 liter. That means 100 kilometers divided by 5.8. I want to go from 1 liter to 35. So what I've done was I times by 35, didn't I? So 35 liter equals 100 over 5.8 times 35. So when I do that, I'll get 603 kilometers. So full tank of 35 liter will go 603 kilometers. Okay, next one. If the Mini used the 25 liter to go 400 kilometers, so 25 liter goes 400 kilometers, on an outback trip, how far could it go on 42 liter at the same rate? So we want to know 42 liter goes to what kilometer? So it's the same thing, unitary method. So I'll make it 1 liter. You watch what I've done here. Do you understand what I've done? I just went straight into 1 liter and divided by 25 here. And now what I'm going to go is 42 liter. So if I put that in my calculator, I will get 672 kilometers. 42 liter will go 672 kilometers. Are we all good? Example 8. This table shows the average fuel prices. Now remember, it's in a cents, not a dollar. Okay, so make sure you be careful about that. You divide by 100. In cents per liter in state capitals over a 12-month period. So we got Brisbane, we got Sydney, we got Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, Hobart. Which capital has the highest fuel price for? I highlighted pink as the lowest value for all 3 different type of fuel, and then green as the highest. So which capital has the highest fuel price for petrol? Hobart. Diesel. LPG. Okay, the winner is Hobart because they're all very expensive. Okay, what is the average price in cents for petrol in the capitals? Average. How do you find the average, guys?
Plus them all together and then divide by how many there are.
Excellent, good job. So average price will be, how many were there? 6 capitals, 149.2 plus 132.6 plus 144.5 plus 127.9 plus 141.2 plus 151.9. And when you do that, divided by 6, you will get 141.2 cents. Because it asked for a cents, that's why we didn't convert it into dollars. So it should be all in a cents. Okay, next one. What is the range of LPG prices? Now, you know range from statistics. Range is the highest value, take away the lowest value. So if we look at the LPG, the highest one was the green one, the lowest one was the pink, the highest one was 87.0, and the lowest one was the 70.1. So the answer will be 16.9. If Elise filled up her 60-litre tank with petrol in Sydney at the price shown, how much did she pay? Okay, 60 litre, 132.6 cents. And then when you calculate 7,956 cents, and we need to convert that into dollars, so divided by 100, you will get $79.56. Next one is how far, so it's kilometers, could she travel on this tank if her car used 8 liter every 100 kilometers. Her car goes like that, and she bought it what? 60 liter, didn't she? 60 liter. So again, unitary method. 1 liter, it'll be 100 over 8 kilometers. And then I want to change to 60 liter, 108 times 60 kilometers. And when you do that, you will get 750 kilometers. So therefore, with 60 liter, she can go 750 kilometers. Well, that's all for today's lesson. Well done, people, as usual.
It's a question. You could also do 60 divided by 8 equals 7.5 times 100. That's the same thing. I didn't realize. Yeah.
60 divided by 8 times by 100.
Yeah.
That's the same as this.
Yeah, no, I realized that's mid-sentence.
Okay. All right. That's good. It doesn't really matter. That's the beauty of the times, and, you know, isn't it? Doesn't really matter. You do 100 times 60, 60 times 100, same thing. Well done, people. That's all for today.